When my father married Lydia, I was 12. My mom had been gone just over a year. A rare autoimmune disease took her quickly. 1 month she was planning my birthday, and the next I stood in a cemetery wearing a borrowed black coat because nothing I owned felt right for a funeral. Dad didn't wait long before bringing Lydia into our house. She worked with him at his real estate firm, polished, confident, always dressed like she stepped out of a magazine, never a hair out of place. "She makes me feel alive again," my dad told me. "I need you to give her a chance, Ethan." So I did. I carried Lydia's designer luggage into the bedroom where my mom's sewing machine once sat. I watched her replace family photos with minimalist art because it looked more modern. I didn't complain when she turned my mom's flower beds into a stone patio for yoga and wine nights. For years, I played the grateful stepson. I went to her business events, wore the clothes she bought me, and smiled when her friends called me so mature for my age. Inside, I was empty. Dad didn't notice. He was too busy with Lydia's galas and networking dinners. I slept with my mom's old scarf under my pillow just to remember how she smelled. Lydia wasn't cruel, just missing where it mattered. She gave expensive gifts but never hugs. She threw parties but never asked about my day. When I broke down, only our old dog stayed with me. Everything snapped in my junior year. I landed the lead in the school play, the first thing that made me feel alive since losing my mom. Opening night fell on the same evening as Lydia's charity fundraiser. "You'll have to skip your little performance," she said. "Important people will be there. Their son goes to an Ivy League school. It could help you later." Dad hesitated, then nodded. "It's just a play," he said. "There will be others." That night I opened a small wooden box my mom left me. Inside were her ring, a photo, and a thin notebook I had never read. I went through it in one sitting. The last page was different. "Ethan, if you're reading this, it means I'm gone. There's something you need to know. The key is hidden in this cover. Go to the safety box at Riverside Credit Union. What's inside will explain everything. I'm sorry." The next day, I skipped school. The bank clerk recognized my name. My mother had been a customer for decades. Inside the box was a flash drive, legal papers, and a sealed letter. "My sweet boy, by now Lydia has probably stepped fully into your lives. I didn't have time to tell you the truth while I was alive, but I couldn't leave you unprotected." I couldn't believe what I read, and I knew exactly what to give Lydia for Mother's Day. I sat outside the bank gripping my mom's letter until my fingers went numb. She knew everything. The flash drive held emails, bank transfers, and contracts proving Lydia was never just my dad's coworker. She was why my mother lost her insurance, her money, and her time. Months before my mom was diagnosed, Lydia moved huge sums into shell accounts through my dad's firm. When it surfaced, the blame fell on my mother. She fought it, but that's when the symptoms began. Fatigue, dizziness, memory gaps. And Lydia waited. As my mom grew weaker, Lydia grew closer to my dad, helping him cope, inviting him to dinners, always smiling. By the time my mother was fired, sick, and without insurance, Lydia was already in his life. My mom died 9 months later. The letter ended with words that broke me. "If I can't protect you myself, these documents will. Don't let her take your future, too." I went home different. I smiled at Lydia, thanked her for gifts, and played the obedient son. But now I knew a sword hung over her head. Mother's Day came 2 weeks later. Lydia hosted a lavish brunch with white china and silk-dressed friends, sitting like a queen. "Ethan," she said, "did you get me something?" I handed her a small box. "From the heart." She opened it and went pale. Inside was the flash drive and my mother's letter. "You have no right," she whispered. "I do," I said. "She was my mom." My dad stared. "What is this?" "Ask your wife," I said, "how she destroyed the woman you loved." Lydia jumped up, knocking over her chair. She was sick. She was confused. "Documents don't get confused," I replied. A month later, Lydia was under investigation. My dad learned the truth, and for the first time in years, I slept without my mom's scarf under my pillow because justice had finally come home.